Enough room on the. Good morning. Good morning, TAA. Welcome. And to all of our DTAS teachers watching at home, I'd like to introduce Brian, who is president, right, of TAA, the Teaching Artists Alliance, or
a founder, one of the
a
founders.
founder of, all right,
Correct.
a man in charge, as it were. So I'll let you take it away, Brian.
Thank you, sir. Hi, friends. My name is Brian Curl. Like Seth said, I am one of the founders of the Teaching Artist Alliance. So who are we and why are we here? The Teaching Artist Alliance is a collective of independent teaching artists. We founded in 2019, but in no way are we new to that world of classroom support. Individually, our members have been working as professional teaching artists across the globe for years, if not decades for some of us. About 2 years ago, I came to the realization that we are much stronger together, and that way we can support and connect educators with top-tiered qualified specialists to use in the classroom. So at that point, I reached out to my dear friends and now co-founders, Aaron Carr and Adam Rose, to start this journey. And in just a few short months, we were able to put together a powerhouse team of not only incredible humans, but incredible artists. In a few moments, we are going to have our members talk about themselves and what they do in their art forms. But before we do that, the best way to stay in touch with us is through our website. That's teachingartistalliance.com. We do have a newsletter. You can sign up for that on there. We do know that 2020 has been the year of chaos, and like all of yourselves, we too are constantly having to adapt to keep up with these changing times, and we don't think it's going away anytime soon. So this is clearly a time for necessary flexibility. Now, all of our TAA members understand the need for that, whether that is flexibility in length of offering or even structure. We work in synchronous, asynchronous, all the terms we love in this industry. We also work in the flexibility with your classroom and performance needs. So we're here to remind you that you do not have to do this thing alone. We are here to connect with you. At this point, I do want to turn it over to one of my favorite people, Mr. Adam Michael Rose. Adam, take it away.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, DTASC. I'm Adam Michael Rose, and we wanted to join you today, not as a sales pitch, but as a support pitch. We want to connect with you, we want to collaborate with you, and we want to create with you. So we all know that 2020 has been a year of chaos, and like yourselves, we too are constantly having to adapt as we keep up with the changing times. This is a time of necessary flexibility. Every TAA member understands the need for flexibility in length of offerings and even structure, streaming, asynchronous, hybrid, as Brian mentioned, as well as the flexibility to work with your classroom and performance needs. So we're here to remind you that you don't have to do this on your own. We definitely understand that schools have different access to financial resources right now, and it is never our goal to break your bank. All of our offerings are on a sliding scale by individual basis. So please reach out to us to discuss how we can best support you. We're not another database where any other artist can sign up. We as members are highly vetted, we are background checked, and all of our offerings are strongly supported in the National Core Art Standards. Every TAA member is a student of their craft, a teacher, and a working professional. If you do find yourself having questions, we are happy to answer all of those at the end. You can also visit teachingartistalliance.com for direct contact info for all of our members. And I know that I speak for all of the TAA members that we hope to inspire your students, but it is you and your students that really inspire us. So that being said, I would now love to introduce you to a few of our members and take it away, Randall.
Hi there, my name is Randall Adkison, and I am a storyteller, a content creator, and I like to try to do everything I do to try to clarify the human experience with your students. Try to take them through what it means to tell stories on different, in all the different media that we do. And so I do a lot of work with transmedia. That's kind of what, especially right now in the Zoom world, and the virtual world, I've been doing a lot of that work where we're trying to make sure that we can have this expansive story world and tell it across different ways where we can. Also, I've been doing a lot with branding in this workshop I call Brand You, where I try to take the students and help them find their authentic self and learn how to communicate that and their brand, so that they're a little bit more authentic whenever they're doing interviews, be it for work or auditions or for colleges, because many of them are going off into the college realm. So, but that's what I do. Is I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to storytelling, and that's kind of what I'm here for, to help communicate stories for you and your program and your students. And I think I'm going to Mitch next, right? Yeah. All right.
Yes, I'm Mitch. I am a theater and dance projection designer. So I've been designing projections for theater for about the last 13 years professionally. And as I've traveled around and talked to teachers, pretty consistently, teachers are super excited about projections. They're really old, but it's kind of still an emerging area. And so usually when I talk to the teachers, what they tell me is, this is really cool. We'd love to get into this, but it seems really complicated. It seems like it could cost us a lot of money. And maybe they've even been to conferences where they've heard things like that. And so my passion in teaching is to actually demystify projections. And I teach a class called Projections 101, which really kind of helps teachers, directors, really understand how to get rolling with projections in their shows. And I also teach a class called Art of Projections, because of course, projections are not just this cinematic gag that you want to just kind of thrust into your storytelling, but they should work in perfect sync with costume design and the actors and the lighting and all the other aspects of a production as they come together. So I love teaching. I love the fact that not only do I get to make projections, but I get to work with people and help them tell their stories in a way that can bring the worlds of their characters and their stories to life in a new way. So next, I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Matt Burke.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Mitch. My name is Matt Burke. I'm a professional stage and television actor. Been teaching professionally also for over 20 years. And I teach on-camera acting, and I teach movement, and I teach audition techniques. My focus is to have them distinguish the difference between accomplishment and fulfillment. So when I'm working with the students, as much as I try to teach them skill sets such as storytelling awareness and good articulation through the voice and through the body, I'm also trying to help instill with them good professional practices that help them with the experience of fulfillment as well. I integrate really simple science of happiness practices that have been proven to improve brain chemistry. Teach them things like gratitude, things like being good decision makers, and also not being afraid of anxiety when it comes up, and helping them to develop skill sets and strategies to help deal with anxiety when it comes up, and so they can be empowered and not let it be debilitating and not let them get in the way of their creative abilities. Also help them to distinguish the differences between preparation and practice and play. That's a big emphasis on me, is how do we get to the place where you can play like we did when we were 5 years old with huge abandon. So that's me in 30 seconds or more, a little bit more. And I now am going to hand it off to Miss Elaine Bromka.
Hi. By the way, Seth, thank you for handling this today to record it for everyone. And hi, everyone else. I'm Elaine. I'm a New York actress who's also spent a lot of time in LA, done film, TV, Broadway, off-Broadway, regional theater. So I've walked the walk, as in addition to talking the talk. And what I'm interested in doing now is sharing that with your students. All my workshops are acting workshops, acting on camera, acting for singers, monologue intensive, cold reading. It's all about the acting. And my specialty is seeing exactly who's in front of me and finding exactly where the monologue maybe went off, or hasn't found something yet, or some U-turn needs to happen. And if I can ask the right questions, that student, he or she, will have the aha moment, and that student will own the transformation. And I find that's when the work sticks. That's when the monologue or the piece gets 100 times better and stays, because the student gets it. Fun fact, they always want fun facts about you. Fun fact is that I'm doing 2 thespian festivals this weekend, both of which begin with A, Arkansas, Alabama, in a different time zone. So I'm going crazy thinking, all right, 3 o'clock, it's which one, which Zoom? And it makes me realize, oh wait, this is what you guys do all the time. My hat is off to you. Okay, I'm turning this over to Jonathan Dorf, playwright.
Hello there. In DTASC, you know me as an associate member and the guy who runs youth plays, but I am also available to teach playwriting and screenwriting workshops, and I dramaturg student plays. I am happy to tailor possibilities to your needs, whether that's a one-off visit or a longer residency, or even helping you create a student-written play festival, and I've worked with a number of DTASC schools in the past. I know that dramatic writing is often a gap in many teachers' comfort zones, and I am here to help you bridge that gap. I am based in Los Angeles, which is great because it means that I'm right in your neighborhood. So when things open up, I'm happy to visit with you in person as I have in the past. But in the meantime, I am happy to work with you virtually. So I am going to turn it now over to Gordon Hensley.
That's me. Hi, I'm Gordon Hensley. I'm in my 22nd year as a teaching artist and makeup artist. I attended the Dick Smith School for Makeup. He's the guy who designed and did makeup for The Godfather, The Exorcist, and Death Becomes Her, and many more shows. I work professionally in the field. It's a little different now that COVID's happening, but I've worked over 18 national Broadway tours. I teach makeup at Appalachian State University. I'm in my 17th year doing that there. And I am one of 4 national teaching artists for Maron Makeup, which is one of the largest makeup companies in the industry. My workshops are very pragmatic, kind of how to step by step do your makeup and figure out makeup design and application. And I teach for teachers as well as students, oftentimes at the same time, but I also have workshops that are geared specifically for teachers or specifically for students. My most popular workshops are on straight makeup and age makeup, but I have a variety of offerings, including zombie makeup, animal makeup, how to design makeup, and then a workshop for teachers on how to teach and assess makeup work with your students. And that's me in a nutshell. I'm going to hand it on over to Robyn.
Hello, thanks, Gordon. I need your training. Hello, hi, I'm Robyn Cohen. I may or may not be related to one of our hosts, Seth Cohen. We'll see what develops. And it's great to be with you all today. Thanks for having us. And I am an actress. I'm a performer since I'm about 4 years old, and I've been a teacher for about 16 years. I founded an acting school in Burbank, California, which is now, of course, a virtual school, all, you know, in your living room and mine. I lead a couple of workshops. One is like an acting class. It's an acting class based in the Meisner technique. And the Meisner technique, from my purview, is an acting technique that's really conducive to a lot of the core standards, but also like social emotional learning and interacting with other human beings. That particular style of acting has a lot to do with getting out of your head and being over there with other people and truly connecting from authentic places in you so that you can reach authentic places in them over there. A beautiful training, I think. And I also lead a couple workshops. I've had a bi-coastal career on the East Coast and theater and West Coast as well. I live, like I said, in Los Angeles now. But it's been quite a wild ride working professionally over the last about 25 years. And it's a joy for me to share with young people interested in having careers as actors, some of the sort of insider tips of the trade and, things to look out for, and also things that young artists can do that will really move things forward for them, those interested in having professional careers. I also teach one that's like a Hollywood career, those young artists that are interested in having Los Angeles-based careers. I like to talk to them about, how they can continue to have not just success financially, but creative joy and creative fulfillment as actors, no matter what coast they're on. Yeah, and finally, I like to, in those workshops where they're career, readiness oriented, I really like to dismantle a lot of the fantasies about what being an actor is, and support artists in really aligning their careers with that which they love. So that's me. Are we doing fun facts, or will it just be weird if I do a fun fact? Okay, I adopted a kitten named Ferguson, and I changed its name to Joffy because it felt like the right thing to do. That's all. Okay, thank you. I'm going to hand it off to Ed Reggi. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Hey, thanks so much. I like that name change there. It's nice. Listen, my name is Ed Reggi. I'm the man with two names. Most of my students and friends call me Reggie because, I gave up correcting everybody years ago. So I am a professional actor. I'm an improviser, and I spent the last 18 years and still do it now virtually in corporate entertainment, where I have a blast. I'm trained at Second City, IO Improv Olympic, when it was actually called that. And I've been doing this work for many, many years. And I'm blessed to say that I've worked with Viola Spolin's son, Paul Sills, for almost 15 years, worked under him. So I am a teaching artist, of course, and I side coast both teachers and students in this work called Viola Spolin Centered Theater Games. And I do it both virtually now and in person. And I've been spending the last year adapting Viola Spolin's theater games to this wonderful virtual space. So I enjoy doing it. It's a challenge, and I think that's part of what we do in improv is we walk in and step in and deal with being present, whether it's on camera or in person. So I love doing that challenge. And through TAA, I offer a series of workshops, mainly all rooted in Viola Spolin's theater games. Of course, Improv Boot Camp and Improv on Camera, which I found is a great way to kind of introduce and get students excited in camera work. And I also offer classes through Wolf Trap, which is based in the Virginia, D.C. area for everything from pre-kindergarten all the way up to third grade as well, where I remain as a Wolf Trap teaching artist. So that's me, and I enjoy teaching the work that I do, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So I'm going to hand this off. I have the pleasure to introduce, that's right, the pleasure to introduce Brian Curl.
Thanks, Ed. I want to sit in on a K to third grade improv class. I think that would be brilliant on every level. Hi, I'm still Brian Curl. I'm an actor, choreographer, director, producer, all the fun stuff. I specialize in working with your gangly and awkward students and making them feel confident through choreography. That has always been my tagline, like confidence through choreography, because then it spills over into every other aspect of their lives, not just the theater world. So yeah, my fun fact is my high school locker combination was 32, 10, 16. I was that kid. I could hold on to way too much useless information, and I love trivia. I'm now going to pass it over to Jamey Grisham. Jamey, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. Hello, everybody. My name is Jamey Grisham, and I am a multidisciplinary storyteller. I've worked as a producer, a director, a creative director, a choreographer, an actor, a music director, a composer, musician, and usually all within 1 year doing all of those things. Through TAA, I teach the Alexander technique, Shakespeare's first folio technique, which I learned with my time at Lambda in the RSC. And I also teach a directing workshop in moment work, which is a great ensemble-based theater technique created by the Tectonic Theater Project, who I was lucky enough to study with their Moment Work Institute. For me, theater is all about authenticity. I like to kind of harness our own stories and our own ways of storytelling and how we can learn from each other in doing that. And recently, a lot of my work has been in the corporate and cruise sector. I served as a creative director for Celebrity Cruises for a few years and am currently an artist in residence with Princess Cruises. So I guess my career spans about 6 continents, 78 countries, and over 100 venues now. And I guess that's my fun fact. So thank you for joining me today, and I will pass it over to Adam.
Thank you, Jamey. Yes, so I am Adam Michael Rose. I am a dialect coach, and I'm also a founding member of the TAA. I'm based in Los Angeles, but then I also spent a lot of time up in Bakersfield, and I know that I've had the privilege and honor of working with a lot of DTASC members. So one of the very first things that I always love to say is that accents are everywhere in theater, especially in the educational theater world. And whether it's for the stage or the classroom, I always also like to say that learning accents allows students to explore other cultures. They can discover their own unique vocal abilities, and they ultimately get to deepen their acting work. I've worked with young actors for over 10 years, and I specialize in making the world of accents approachable, accessible, and fun. And fun fact about me, one time I was able to dance live in person to Gloria Gaynor herself singing "I Will Survive."
Video or it didn't happen? Share it now.
Brian, you're so strict.
Well, the DTASC, first of all, thank you. And Seth, thank you so much for setting this up. This is just a small section of the 21 members that currently make up the Teaching Artist Alliance. We do understand that we did say a lot of things today. So if you have questions, we are happy to get back to you. You can find all of our personal contact info on teachingartistalliance.com. If you have general questions, you can reach out to info@teachingartistalliance.com. I also think we should end this with like that mid-1990s local commercial where everybody's just smiling and waving as the camera pans way back from the thing. But I think from all of us, from the Teaching Artist Alliance, like the biggest thing is we're here as a resource. We're not here, like Adam said, this is not a sales pitch, it's a support pitch. We want to help. We are the people doing the thing that we can help fill those niche things in your classroom that you don't either feel comfortable doing or you just need a little bit extra resource. So we're here to help. So Adam, did I miss anything? I think we're good.
That's it.
Yeah, reach out to us. Elaine, you're talking, but you're talking to yourself. Unmute yourself.
Right you are. I said, we're here so that you can exhale one of your days.
Well, DTASC, thank you so much from all of us to all of you. And
and thank you all. We really do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get some teachers contacting you, and members who are watching, please do reach out. Everybody here, I know I've taken workshops with Adam before, and we all know Jonathan, and I know many of our students took Brian's workshop in the fall, and hopefully we will get some more support for our students through this tough time. Thank you, everybody.
thank you so much.